Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Saturday. I'm Michelle Irene with MakingMemoriesWithMichelle.com, or as my friend last night pointed out at club, maybe it should be called Making a Mess with Michelle. Either way, we're going to have a lot of fun this morning. I want to welcome you again, and today, some friends of mine were talking a lot on Facebook and in person that people, like any holiday, Memorial Day has become really commercialized. And a lot of young people especially don't understand the meaning behind it. We hear all about this. It's the official start of summer, which my accountant last night was quick to point out and say, no, Michelle, that's not for another 3 weeks. Oh, he's such a black and white person. And, it's a time for the pool to open and a time for barbecues and a time to go to the beach. But really, it's a time to commemorate and remember what it means to be an American and those people who have given so much of themselves so that we can, no matter what our political affiliation, enjoy the freedoms that we have today. So I wanted to do something a little bit patriotic, something a little red, white, and blue, and I'm going to do a play on the card that I had on Facebook earlier this week. Now, that card over on Stampin' Cafe had close to 300 likes, and I had so many people both there and on my Facebook page and Facebook group that said, "How did you do that?" So I'm going to show you how I did that using our red, white, and blue theme today. Okay, so we're going to be using the new lovely floral embossing folder, which is available right now as part of the Share What You Love bundle. And it's also available starting June 2nd, which is just next week, I hope. I don't even know what day today is. But very soon. Oh, June 2nd. Of course, it's next Saturday because that's Super Saturday. Wow. Oh, it must be Saturday morning. Anyways, so it's going to happen. The new catalog starts June 2nd, and the lovely floral embossing folder will be there as well. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and let's get started. I'm going to grab my Big Shot, which is right here, and I have my lovely floral embossing folder. Now this is one of those really nice thick ones, so you only need one embossing plate, okay? And I think it's really pretty. And we're going to do a little magic because we're going to run this paper through 2 times. And the first time, I want you to kind of angle it. And I know that's probably hard to see, but I want to see there's a little butterfly right here? I kind of want that butterfly there. All right, so you've got your paper at an angle because you want your flower up in the corner and your butterfly over here. And remember, just one cutting plate. And we're going to run that through the Big Shot all the way. And it's kind of bouncy this morning because it's up on my camera stand. Okay, and then I'm going to run it back through. And when I take it out of the folder, you'll see that it did just half of the page. So now the trick is to take that piece of paper and rotate it to the other side. Now you want to get that worked in, okay? So you want to kind of see where your design is, okay? And then work that back through, and I'm going to angle that so I get that flower up in the corner. Okay, and you don't have to have the whole butterfly because I already got the whole butterfly on the other side. Okay, now here's where you need to be really careful because if you run it through the Big Shot all the way, what's going to happen? Those rollers on the other part, they're going to flatten the design that you just did. So Sarah says she's having trouble, it's not loading. Maybe I hope it's working. Okay, so just halfway through and then stop and roll it back. And now, look at that. You've got 2 impressions. There's a little bit of overlap, but you can't really see, and it won't really matter. It just looks like flowers. Okay, so you have 2 beautiful impressions right here. Now, move my big shot out of the way. All right, now this is where it gets just a little bit messy. Remember, maybe it should be making a mess with Michelle. I kind of like that. My mom would really like that. Okay, so this is our Craft White Whisper White ink, and it's a pigment ink, so it's kind of tacky and sticky. All right, when I craft with little children, and I've crafted with kids as young as 3, 4, 5 years old, I always tell them when they ink up their stamp to think of butterfly kisses, right? Butterfly kisses, really, really soft, very gentle. You don't want it to be like a great big monster smashing into the ink pad. So butterfly kisses. Well, that's what I want you to do with the ink today. Now this is really wet and really sticky, and you know I opened it up all the way, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to brush it just like a butterfly, okay, just over the embossed part. Okay, not over the whole card, just over the embossing. Look at that, and it just starts to make those flowers just pop, okay? So just as light as you can, go back over until you're satisfied that you have enough color on that. Okay, and look. Oh, it's like craft magic. Oops, and I got a little bit down there. See? There's the mess, Susan. You were waiting. I know you were. Okay? And just until you think you have enough. And there might be a few spots that you're like, I could go a little bit more. But you know what? The more we play with it, the more of a chance we have of making a real mess. So I'm going to close that up because I will get too excited. And I'm going to put that right over here. Okay? And it adds. Now this is sticky, all right? So I'm going to let that dry for just a minute because I have my ceiling fan on, so maybe that will dry really quick. I just want it to be not so tacky. So while we're waiting, I want to show you something. All right, so, ooh, and that's kind of tacky, so I'll move that out of the way. So I have these really pretty papers. Look at this stack of paper. All right, so this is the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper. This is a huge stack. I really think it's beautiful. Really gorgeous. And then I just got this one. Okay, this is the new In Color Designer Series paper, and I think it's awesome because it's stripes and polka dots, and that's awesome too. Okay, look at those colors, right? Hey, there's that Pineapple Punch that I ruined the other day. I need to fix that. And then Grapefruit Grove. And then look at these beautiful vellum pieces. Okay? Wow, I can hardly wait to color these. Look at this one. It's like stained glass, guys. Look at that. Can you see? Really, really gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay? And then here's these beautiful, delicate laser cut pages. Okay? Very vanilla on one side, Whisper White on the other. These are so pretty. I'm not going to show you all those right now because they'll fall apart and I don't want to pick up all the pieces right now. Okay, and then this one, oh, I don't remember what this one's called. Ah, sorry. Okay, but this one goes with a new Under the Sea adventure type. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one. I haven't even looked through this one yet. This is like watching it for the first time. Okay? This is really gorgeous. Oh, I love it. So much fun. All right, so those are like the papers that I've gotten. And look at this. There's all these ribbons that I've received as well. And why am I showing you this? Because I'm tempting you, right? This is cruel. This is really mean because it's a lot. And that's not even all of it, right? That's just a little taste, a little sample. And the reason I'm giving you a little sample is because I'm doing little samplers or product shares. And these product shares, you get just a sample of every pack of paper, okay? And you get just a sample of all the ribbons. So you would get a yard of all the new ribbons. And you would get a 6x6 sheet of all the new designer series paper. Okay, so those are my product shares. That closes on June 2nd so that I can order it right away and get it out to you before the end of June. If you're interested, let me know, okay? I've got just a ribbon share and I've got just a paper share, or if you do two, you get a free embellishment with that. But like I said, registration is open now. Details are over on my blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. I am happy to fill those paper shares or ribbon shares up and get that product out to you. It saves you a ton of money and it helps you with the space. Not everybody has as much space as I do, and I know that that's really important when you're making a decision. So let's get you a paper sample. Let's get you a product share and see what we can do to help you get started with deciding which one you really want to add to your craft stash. Okay? So let's finish that card. I'm going to bring in my scratch paper again. And this, oh yeah, it's still a little tacky, so, you know, don't put it in an envelope right away, but it's good to go. All right, so I still have Fast Fuse, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep using it. Someone asked if I was going to sell what I have left, and the answer to that is probably not. Sorry, but I really like it. Okay, this is the new In Color Blueberry Bushel. I'm going to try and line it up here very carefully. Line up 3 edges, and you know that that 4th one is hiding under there somewhere. And then, oh, Susan, there it is. Susan was teasing me again last night. You always have something, and then you're like, oh, where did I put that? I found it. Okay, so I'm going to take this Night of Navy gingham ribbon. I'm going to cut some off here. Put some Fast Fuse on the back. Oops, watch out of that craft ink. I'll have a little splush back there. Okay. And wrap that around. Okay, I'll glue that to my fingers. And here's my card base. All the measurements, of course, are over on my blog today, makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. So don't worry, they're just standard measurements. And this is going to go right on here. And then what I love the most about this gingham ribbon, other than it's really beautiful, is the fact that it makes the prettiest bows ever. Quick, simple, and perfect every time. Now, some ribbon is just fussy, but I love this one. Okay, add that. And my glue dots are downstairs because I have club coming, so I'm going to add a little piece of Fast Fuse right there. Okay, and then I'm going to finish it off. Now these little embellishments, sad to say, they are retiring. These are the metallic enamel shapes, and honestly, I don't even know if there are any left. I should have looked before I started this morning, but because we have a patriotic theme, I'm going to add 3 stars right to my card. Okay, and then one more special touch on the inside. I don't normally stamp on the inside of the card, but today I'm going to. I'm going to take my Night of Navy ink pad, and I am using the All Things Thanks stamp set, which is one of my favorites for special thank yous. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to test it out, make sure I've got it straight. Okay. Thanks for everything. The perfect sentiment for those who served or continue to serve our country in any capacity. So, oh, and one more thing. I have this really awesome new tool. Okay, look at this. I don't know if you know what this is. This is a new chamois for cleaning our stamps, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, I like to get all the excess ink off my stamps. Wow, because that was a lot of ink, right? Especially these darker inks and the new inks that are going to be so juicy when you get them. So get all that extra off, and then just give it a little wipe. Look how much ink was still on there. That's amazing, right? Absolutely clean. No chance that I'm going to put that in my Pineapple Punch ink pad. And it will stamp absolutely clear. This does not transfer onto anything. You just wet it under the water. I like to keep it in my little crate here so that it's handy and it has a home and it doesn't get anything else wet. And it's wonderful. It's going to be in the new catalog, June 2nd. You have to have one. I'm going to get lots because for classes it will be perfect. Okay, so again, that's the lovely Floral Embossing folder. It's available on June 2nd. And the everything, is that right? Now that I said it. All Things Thanks stamp set. Thanks for joining me today, and thank you for your service to our country or to those you know who have. Have a great 3-day weekend, and I will see you again next week. Goodbye.